So 3x minus 5, 3x times x minus 5 is 3x times x is 3x squared, and then 3x times negative 5. 3 times negative 5, negative 15. 3x times negative 5 is minus 15x. And this next one, I'm going to expand it underneath so we can see what's going on. 6 times x, 6x. 6 times negative 3, negative 18. Minus 2 times x, 2x. Minus 2 times 2 is minus 4. And then we'll tidy that up. 6x minus 2x is 4x. Minus 18 minus 4, down 18, down another 4 is minus 22. To expand this one, I remember what to do by doing FOIL. So f is the first two things in the brackets. X times x, we multiply them together, is x squared. Outer, negative 5 times x minus 5x. I is for inner. Positive 3 times x is positive 3x. And then the last L, positive 3 times negative 5 is minus 15. And then we're going to just tidy this up. We've got x squared. Now we minus 5 of something and then we add 3. So effectively we're minusing 2 of that thing. Minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2x minus 15. There are no other like terms to collect, just the x's. A plus b all squared. Another way I can look at that is a plus b times a plus b. So I'm going to use FOIL again, and the first two terms, a times a is a squared. Outer, a times b is plus ab. And then inner, b times a is the same as a plus b, which is just ab. And then the last, b times b, is b squared. I'm going to tidy that one up as well. The two terms, the two like terms are the ab, so I'm going to write a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So number 2 is about factorising, which means put brackets in. So I'm looking for a number that goes into 15 and 35, and I'm thinking 5, okay? So 5 goes on the outside of the bracket. Now what do I have to multiply 5 by to get 15? 3, and to get 15x it would have to be 3x minus. Now what do I have to multiply 5 by to get 35? The answer is 7. Or I could look at it, what do I have to multiply 5 by to get negative 35? Negative 7. For the next one, we're going to look at finding a number that goes into both 15 and 27, and I'm thinking 3. And then I have to look at the letters. Now I'm looking for a letter that goes into both a squared and a. And I think it'll be a. And the same for the b. b goes into both b and b squared. So I'm going to have that on the outside of the bracket. Now to go from 3 to 15, I have to multiply by 5. And to go from a to a squared, I have to multiply by a. Let's check. If I go 3 times 5, I get 15. A times a is a squared and b. So it's going to be 15a squared b, and that is my first term. Plus, to go from 3 to 27, I'm going to have to multiply by 9. To go from a to a, I really don't have to do anything, so I'm just going to leave that. To go from b to b squared, I have to multiply by b. So my final answer is 3ab times, in brackets, 5a plus 9b. For the next one, we have to find two numbers that multiply together to give us 32, and they add together to give us negative 12. So I'm thinking I'm just going to try out some numbers. I'll try maybe 8 and 4, positive 8, positive 4. They do multiply to give 32, but they don't multiply to give negative 12. What if I made them both negative? Let's have a look at that. So negative 8, negative 4. If they're both negative, two negatives multiplied together does give a positive 32. Negative 8 plus negative 4, I'm down 8, I go down another 4, I'm at negative 12. So that there is the combination that works. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to just take it and write it in brackets. So I've got x minus 8 from this minus 8 over here, and then other bracket goes x minus 4. And now I have to factorise c. I am looking for, I have to factorise d. So I'm looking for some numbers, and I'll just say that I can rewrite this as x squared plus 0x minus 100. So I'm looking for some numbers that multiply together to give me negative 100, and they add up to give me 0. And in these situations where there is no middle term, you look for the one at the end to be a square number. So we know that 100 is 10 times 10. Okay, so I'm going to write 10, 10, and 10. For them to multiply to give negative 100, one of them would have had to be negative. And look, they both do add up to give me 0. So in brackets, I'm going to have x minus 10, x plus 10. E is a similar thing. We've got 4 and 9. They are both square numbers. And again, we're looking for some numbers that can multiply together to give me 4. And to give me, well, another one to give negative 9. So with the 4, I'm just going to go straight and look at it in brackets. And it's a y squared. So I know, because I've got no middle term, no xy term, and it's a 9, that it must have been 2x minus 3y and 2x plus 3y.